The window. I was in my bedroom doing the typical at-home teenager thing, staying up late and digging around the depths of the internet, and generally not paying too much attention to anything else other than what was on my monitor. It was early morning, around 2 o'clock, and everyone in my house was asleep but me. The room was nice and warm despite being the dead of winter, since we had the windows replaced last week. We had been losing a lot of heat, especially in my bedroom, through some of the old storm windows, but the bitter cold was now kept outside. I don't remember what I was doing. I think the terror that consumed me must have made me forget. I heard a noise at my window, something weird, not the sound of a bug flying into it or shrubs brushing against it. No, this was an odd noise, a thumping sound, something I've never heard before. I didn't think nothing of it initially, whether it was because I didn't want to believe it or I didn't want to find out what it was. I can't say, but I sat there for a moment and listened to it. It was a distinct rhythmic thump. It only lasted for 15 seconds or so, and then it stopped. I shrugged it off and spent a few more hours browsing and consistently not looking towards the window. I turned my computer off and fell into an uneasy but uneventful sleep. In the morning, after the sun's been up for a few hours, the things that go bump in the night were doing whatever they do during the daylight hours. I walked over to my window and spent a few minutes trying to replicate the sound I heard. I tapped on the window, I bumped it with soft objects, I even tried locking it and unlocking it, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what made that sound. Nothing I did was even close. I figured that the event had to have been a fluke, and the day was normal until this evening. My dad arrived home from work at the usual time and decided that the house was too stuffy. Since we live in Texas, the winter evenings sometimes are very comfortable, as it was the case today. Never in my life before that moment, I genuinely wished I was deaf. My dad forgot to unlock the window before opening it, and when he pulled it up, it produced the same noise last night. My window only has handles on one side.